The new market data is out, so we will be doing a Big Island real estate market update up next. Hey, what's going on, friends? It's time for the February market update. I'm a little bit late this month because I was out doing Army duty last week, but I got the numbers all crunched and ready to go. So let's get right into it and take a look. All right, getting into the February market data. And again, this is February 2019 versus 2018. And looking at current units, we see an increase of 13%. So 36 homes sold in the Kona market last month, which is a little bit up from last year. And we've been seeing that kind of slow or steady the last few months. So a little bit of a jump there. And then dollar volume followed that up at 55% increase. It's a big increase, basically some higher end homes sold, which drags that number up. But that's a big increase from last year in terms of dollar volume. And then median price also got brought up 12%, somewhat related to that, where with some higher end homes sell, it's going to drag that median price up. Median price last month was $599, so that's a pretty significant increase from just last month, but also a 12% increase from a year ago. And then average days on market continues to be lower. So we're seeing a 16% decrease last month. And we've been seeing that the last few months where homes are selling faster than they have been. We're seeing like a 90-day average days on market, but now we're seeing 81 days on market. So the homes that are selling a little bit faster than they were a year ago. And then final list to sell price continues to be steady, 93%, down 1%, not a big change there from last year, but we're continuing to see that final list to sell price in the low 90s, anywhere between 90 and 94%. So not a significant change there. And then in the condo market, we see current units at 28, which was a drop. And the condo market, interesting, last couple of months has been fast and has been stronger. And this is the first month we've kind of seen a slowdown in the last few months. So 28 condos sold in Kona, down 7%. Dollar volume down a little bit, down 2%, not a real significant decrease there. And then median price continues to go up. So that's showing that the condo market is pretty strong, where we're seeing that median price continues to rise, and 22% increase over last year is pretty big. And then average days on market went up 76 days, which is interesting because the condo market has been a little bit stronger. And for some reason, things slowed down a little bit this past month in terms of how long condos sat in the market before they sold, but still 76 days is not that long, a little over 2 months. And then final list to sale price, 96%, which is still very strong. So condo sellers are getting pretty close to asking price when it's all said and done. That was down 2% from a year ago, but the final sale price is still pretty strong. And then land, like always, is all over the place, but 11 pieces of land sold, down 31% from a year ago. But such a small volume that a few numbers here and there can change that. Dollar volume is down, median price is down, and average days on market was down significantly, 78%. So we usually see land sit for a little bit longer before it sells. And last month that decreased pretty significantly, a 78% decrease from a year ago. So that was a big change. And then final list to sale price, 92, almost 93%. So not a big change there, but up 5% from a year ago. So we're seeing that that land is selling for closer to ask price than it was a year ago. So a little interesting trend there with the land prices, because we have been seeing that final list of sale price below 90% on land the last few months. And then getting into the entire Big Island market. So across the board, somewhat similar, but current volume was down. Our current units sold was down in the home market, 152 homes sold on the Big Island, down 5%. It's not a significant change there, but dollar volume was up 6%, and then median price was up 18% in the home market to $382,000. So prices definitely higher than they were a year ago. And then average days on market was up as opposed to the Kona market, and 89 days on market on average across the island. And then final list of sale price, 89%. So still almost at 90% there, down 4% from a year ago, but still pretty steady in that range that we're seeing. The final list of sale price, around 90%, a little bit higher than 90. And then the condo market, 55 condos sold last month. That's down 8%. And then the dollar volume is down 15%. But median price was up. So interesting how that that worked where less sold for less volume, but then the median price was up, just showing that there's a upward trend in the condo market prices because the average condo price is going to be higher, which will drag that median price up. And then days on market was down 14% to 59 days, so pretty quick, less than 2 months. Average days on market for the condo market across the island. And then final list to sale price similar to the Kona market, 96%. So not a big change there, just up 1%. And then land, pretty significant shift downward in terms of current units sold. So 96 current units sold last month. That's down 35% across the island. And then obviously the dollar volume has followed that down at 23%. But interesting how median price jumped up 41%. So the land that is selling is at a higher price point than a year ago. So even though less of it sold for less volume, the median price went up, which means that there's more pieces of land selling at a higher price point than there was a year ago. And then average days on market was down 23%. So definitely selling pretty significantly faster than it was a year ago. Still 137 days on market, but definitely faster than they were selling a year ago. And then final list to sale price, 92%, up 5%, which showing that sellers are getting a higher price for land than they were a year ago, because a lot of times that island-wide final list to sale price is below 90 in the land market. So nothing real significant, interesting things going on here and there, but no dramatic changes in the market we're seeing, month over month. And we're definitely seeing more inventory in the lower price points, like the under 550 price point, which really was rare a year ago. And that overall is creating a little bit more competition in that mid-range price point, 550 to 750. So we'll see if that continues and what that does long term. But definitely a lot of good opportunities. There's a lot more affordable homes on the market. I know it's a relative term, but if you looked a year ago, under 550, there would be single digits, and there's 30 plus homes in the market at any given time under 550 in Kona right now. So if you got any questions about this or anything else across the island, let me know. You can always email me at dylan@buybigisland.com, and all the contact information will be below. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you guys next week. Aloha.